Mic check. There we go. All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, welcome to Dine with Orcas. My name is Tom. I am one of the trainers. I'll be cruising along poolside for the next 15 minutes or so, giving you information about these whales. SeaWorld San Diego is home to 10 orcas. Porcinus orca is their scientific name. Their common name is killer whale. So before we get rolling, what I need to do is give everybody a splash warning. You probably already got one. I'll give you one more. Every one of you today is seated in a 24-hour splash zone, if you will. Wet zone. We are going to do our best to keep you dry. When I say that, what I mean is these animals are trained to throw large amounts of salt water out of the pool with their tail flukes, or simply by jumping up and landing on their side, doing what's called a side breach or a belly breach. Anyway, these are behaviors that can throw a lot of this water out of the pool. This is 54-degree salt water. It's not good for your camera. So what's going to happen is we are not going to give the whales the signals, the hand signals to splash. But having said that, you are all very close to three very large, powerful animals. All these guys have to do is make a sharp turn somewhere near your table, and it's possible that you'd get wet. In all likelihood, you won't. But I need to throw it out there and make sure everybody realizes that it is possible to get wet. And the main thing you have to remember is do not let your camera, cell phones, that kind of thing get wet, because the salt water is not good for those electronic items. So we've got Corky, Makani, and Keat in here. You can see Connor over there on the far side. He just pulled that tetherball away, and the reason he did that is because that is the general area that the whales will be leaping out of the water if we ask them for aerial behaviors back here, which we usually do. So what I'll do is I'll keep the microphone handy, and if I see a trainer give a whale a signal for a jump or something that I don't think you should miss, I'll let you know where to get your attention and when. So again, that blue ball, that's a tether ball. What we usually do is put ice in it and swing it 180 degrees from where it is now, and the whales enjoy the ice. They don't need it for hydration or anything. They just like the texture of it. They associate the ice with their food too, because the ice is always on top of their fish. So when we go and feed them a big handful of their food, some ice inadvertently gets fed with it. So since it's paired with the fish so often, they eventually just like ice just all by itself. So anything that they can have that's safe and that they seem to enjoy, we are going to offer that as a potential reward for reinforcement. Because the more ways you can come up with to reward the animals, the more stimulating and fun life is. So again, you might see the trainers give the whales ice. You can see Connor using the hose right now to kind of massage Makani's back. Makani was born on Valentine's Day, 2013, so he is now 4.5 years old. Whales are not full grown until they're about 20 years old. So obviously Makani is going to get a lot bigger. Makani's dad weighed about 8,000 pounds. And our largest whale that we have here is Ulysses. He weighs 9,700 pounds. And as big as that sounds, that's an average size for an adult male killer whale. They can get even bigger. The largest recorded killer whale length was 32 feet long. Our longest killer whale is 20 feet. Our heaviest whale, again, is 9,700 pounds. The heaviest killer whale ever on record was 22,000 pounds. So just imagine a whale 12 feet longer than our biggest whale, our longest whale rather, and one that weighs, well, almost 3 times as much as Ulysses. Well over double, about 2.5 times as heavy as Ulysses. So Corky is in here. Corky, you can tell her because she's got a very tall, very straight dorsal. That's a good look at it right there. You can see how much larger it is than Makani's. Again, the Makani is not even close to full grown. He weighs 2,800 pounds, where Corky weighs 8,300 pounds. Corky is our largest female by far, and she is also by far our oldest whale. She is 53 years old. We get asked all the time, how long do these animals live? Well, Corky is an older whale, but some scientists believe they can go 80, even 90 years. So an average is about 35 to 45, but certainly they can live a lot longer, as Corky is 53 and showing us no signs, no real signs of slowing down. The other whale in here is Keat. He is a very low energy animal. If he were a person, he'd be on the couch all day watching football. He's just not a real athletic whale. He likes just kind of hanging around and relating or interacting with his trainers. Keat's 24 years old. He was born in February of 1993. So he is 24, and he is about the same weight as Corky, just over 8,000 pounds. Now, once we begin interacting with the whales, which we should get going with that fairly soon, 7 or 8 minutes from now, usually started at about 2:15, and what we'll be doing is interacting with the animals and sending them on things that you'll enjoy. For instance, we'll be asking the whales to slide their whole bodies completely up and out of the water, and they'll do this in 2 different places. This is the larger of our 2 slide outs. Right here, all the animals will slide up there, and it's a very natural, normal behavior for a killer whale to do, because that's what they do when they slide up onto a beach to try to grab a sea lion off the beach, or a seal, or a penguin even. They slide out like that all the time out in the wild when they're hunting. So you'll see them sliding out. They'll also come up on this one right here. This is the smaller of our 2 slide outs. The whales, every whale except for Ulysses can slide up there. Ulysses is just too big. He's just too big for this platform right here. But Corky, this is the whale that's closest to me right now. Even though she's 20 feet long, 8,000 pounds, she slides right on up here. Here's a good look at Makani. He's the youngster. He is our 2nd youngest whale. Let's see, Maya is actually his niece. She is 2.5 years old. So she's 2.5, Makani's 4.5, and then we've got 8 others, all leading all the way up to Corky, who again is 53 years old. All right, so this is the 2nd deepest of our 5 pool complex. We've got 5 different pools here. All 5 pools connect with gates and channels. So several times a week, we open it all up, meaning we open every gate, allowing all whales to go into wherever pools they want to go. There's a social hierarchy with these animals. There's always one female, all you ladies, you're ready to cheer. There's always one female that's in charge. So it's a matriarchal society. Even though the females are half as big as the adult males, it's the females that are the dominant animals. And specifically, it's one. And for our pod of killer whales, that whale is Kalia. Kalia is now 12 years old, and she is the mother of Amaya, that baby whale that I was just talking about. So Kalia is 12 now, her baby is 2.5. And she is in charge of all these other whales. Even though the whales like Keat and Ulysses are well over twice as big as her, she has all the attitude. It's all about attitude with these guys. Kalia is in charge, and everybody knows it. So in just a little bit, we'll have some more trainers out here interacting with these whales, and we'll be sending them on stuff that you guys are going to enjoy. It's not a show, it's an interaction, but you will see one-on-one interaction between our behaviorists and our killer whales. You can see here's some vocalizations right there. That was Makani. He's still vocalizing. Now what he's doing when he's making that noise is he's expelling air from his lungs, and as the air exits the blowhole, they've got a very muscular flap of skin that covers the blowhole. And as that air exits, they can manipulate that flap of skin. So it's similar to if you had a balloon and it's full of air, and you're slowly letting air leak out of it and it's squeaking or squealing. That's the same type of thing they're doing when they vocalize. Looks like we're being joined by some more behaviorists like Autumn, Jen, and Connor. And so what I'm going to do is keep an eye on them. And if I see a signal for something cool, like an aerial, I'll let you know when and where to get your attention. And if anybody has any questions, feel free. Once our interaction is over, I'll be walking around, and if you have questions, we can do them at that time. looks like they're going to go ahead and start. So good time to have your cameras and your attention on the pool. Have Jen interacting with her buddy Makani. Here's a good look at Makani. And now it looks like Connor's going to be hanging out with Big Pete, the little teddy bear whale. And then we have Autumn interacting with our oldest whale. And again, her name is Corky. So remember, there's a lot of different ways to reinforce these whales. Obviously they're like fish. That's what we call a primary reinforcement. That just means they have to have it to survive. So you know they're going to like it because physiologically they need to have it to survive. So you know they're going to like fish. They also like other things. So we talked about the ice. You saw Connor earlier running the hose on Connie's back, a little back massage. And they also like tactile. You see Autumn over here interacting with Corky, giving her a little rub on the face. They like different parts of their bodies rubbed. A lot of them really like their tail flukes rubbed. This is a cool behavior on the far side of the pool. So we call that behavior T. And I like it because it's what they do to stun fish. So what they'll do is they'll use their teamwork, their numbers, to drive fish, schools of fish, into a tight ball, maybe a ball about as big as a car, and then they'll take turns going in there and swatting it with their tail flippers. And that disorients the fish. The fish don't really know where they are or what's going on at that point. And they're a lot easier for the whales to just gobble them up. Now Connor asked Keith for a froggy, so that's when he's going to pop his flippers up right over here. And this will give you a good look at the first third or torso of his body. Alright, here comes the first aerial. Cameras and attention straight across in the general area of that blue ball. This is 53-year-old, 8,000-pound Corky. Well, she's an older whale, but she can still fly out of the water.
One more, please. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Jen's just asked McCarty for a retrieval, and he usually brings this thing back just resting on his head, but there he goes. He had it in his mouth a second ago, trying to be sneaky. Alright, now here comes Corky. She's going to slide her whole body up and out of the water. Might be a little bit of water flying with you guys right up front. Didn't look like anybody heard me, but now you will. Alright, now you're going to see the size difference because Makani has just been doing the exact same thing. Slide up and out of the water.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Alright, Corky is on her way straight across the pool. This is a different type of aerial, called an alien. He's looking for you.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Autumn?
Whoa! No, they're real.
I believe Makani is going to attempt an aerial straight across.